Saya, Cikgu Habibah. Kita ada 72 siri pembelajaran untuk dipelajari. Murid-murid dah bersedia untuk belajar? Jika sudah bersedia, mari kita belajar sekarang. Kali ini, kita akan belajar subjek bahasa Inggeris. Jom kita belajar.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, how are you? So today you are with Teacher Ammar, and here is my avatar, Mr. Ammar, to learn about subject-verb agreement. So, what is subject-verb agreement? Subject-verb agreement we use to make a sentence grammatically correct. So, it's like a rule that to indicate whether our sentence grammatically correct or not. Okay, the subject and the verb must agree with one another in number, meaning that if we use single subject or singular subject, we must use a singular verb. Likewise, when we use a plural verb, we have to use a plural subject. Let's look at an example. Example number 1, Mr. Ammar runs fast. Okay, here Mr. Ammar is a singular subject. So, runs we use as a singular verb. We cannot use run, which is a plural verb. So, for Mr. Ammar, we have to use runs because it applies to subject-verb agreement. Okay, do you got it? Okay, let's look for another example. For plural one, the cats run fast. Okay, the cats here is a plural, so plural subject. So it must be followed by a plural verb, which is run. We cannot make a sentence which is the cats runs fast. It is grammatically wrong. So we have to use the cats plural and run as a plural verb. Okay, now you understand, right? Okay, a singular verb such as is, am, was, has and does are used with singular subject. Like I mentioned before, singular subject must be followed by singular verb. For example, my mother does the ironing at night. My mother does the ironing at night. If you look at the example, my mother is a singular subject. Must be followed by a singular verb, which is does. And likewise, the plural verbs such as are, were, have and do are used with plural subjects. For example, the boys have many shirts and pants. The boys here is plural subject, so it must be followed by have, which is a plural verb. So we cannot write a sentence with the boys has, so it's wrong. So we have to follow subject-verb agreement. Now you understand, right? Okay. However, the subject-verb agreement only applies to all personal pronouns except I and you. So, I and you are a singular personal pronouns. However, we have to use a plural form of verbs. For example, I play football. I here is a singular subject. However, we have to use play. We cannot use plays because I is an exception to subject-verb agreement. So we have to use a plural form of verb, which is play. I play football, not I plays football. Okay, so I play football. Okay, look at the example number 2. Second example, you sing so well. You sing so well. You here, it's like I, is a singular personal pronouns or is a singular subject. But we have to use sing, which is the plural form of verbs. We cannot use sings. We have to use sing. So, you sing so well. You sing so well. Okay, now you understand. All the singular subject must use singular verbs. However, for I and you, we have to use plural verbs. Okay, for singular indefinite pronouns, we use a singular verbs. Okay, for example, each, everyone, somebody, everybody, anyone, someone, nobody, or no one. Okay, let's look at the example number 1. Someone has forgotten to switch off the fan. Someone is a singular subject. So, must be followed by has. It's a singular verb. You cannot use someone have forgotten to switch off the fan. It is wrong. The correct sentence is someone has forgotten to switch off the fan. Okay, now you got the idea. Let's look at example number 2. Okay, nobody knows where the new shopping mall is. Nobody knows where the new shopping mall is. Nobody here is a singular subject, whereas it must be followed by knows, which is a singular form of verb. We cannot use know. Nobody know where the new shopping mall is wrong. So the grammatically correct one is nobody knows where the new shopping mall is. Okay, and another one is a singular collective noun like a group, a class, a committee, a team, a family. So all these, although it is plural, although it's many, more than one person, more than one thing, we refer it as one subject. So we refer that as singular subject. Thus, we must use a singular form of verb. For example, the football team plays well this season. So the football team here, we have many, right? Many person in the team. But however, we refer team as a one team. So we use team as a singular subject followed by plays. It's a singular form of verb. We cannot put the football team play well this season. It's wrong. The correct one is the football team plays well this season. And then the second example, Mr. Ammar's family walks in the park at weekends. Mr. Ammar's family here is a singular subject. So followed by walks, a singular form of verb. We cannot put Mr. Ammar's family walk in the park at weekends. We have to write Mr. Ammar's family walks in the park at weekends. So let's recap what we have learned today. So we have learned about subject-verb agreement. It is like a rule that we use to know whether our sentences are grammatically correct or not. So basically, a singular subject must followed by singular verb. A plural subject must followed by plural verb. However, for singular subject like I and you must follow with plural verbs. That's all for today. So remember to do your revision and don't forget what we have learned today. And before I end this session, remember to stay safe, wear your mask, wash hands, sanitize them, and keep your distance. So until we meet again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.